Since the last episode, I got some feedback on the game. If you want to check out the last episode, you can check it out here. And after talking with some people and some friends, I think the next thing that I'm gonna do is to do something called hit stopping. So whenever there's like an impact, the game or some instances freezes to just amplify the feeling of impact. In God of War, they attach the axe of Kratos, the new God of War, not the old one, the reboot in like Norse mythology thing. So his axe attaches to enemies whenever he hits them, and then it kind of mimics hit stopping without freezing the game. But I don't have that kind of budget, so I'm just gonna do the regular, just freezing the game whenever there's an impact. And in order to do that, I'm gonna just have to implement a global time variable, so I can just adjust the in-game time, change that however I want, and also instance-based time variable. So like I'll be able to just change the time. I'll be able to change the speed of an instance, if that makes sense. So I'll just have to go through everything in my game and just make anything that moves or animates in any way just vary depending on this global time variable, which is gonna be a lot of fun. So I haven't fiddled anything with the audio, but the actual visuals of the slow-mo is now implemented in Candlehead, pretty much done. So let's check this out. Wow, look at that slow-mo. Beautiful. Time skip. So it's been a while since I recorded that thing at my girlfriend's summer house. I might have forgotten to record again, maybe. It was a little bit better now this time around, and I recorded a bit more B-roll, but not much of me actually doing stuff, because it's just a lot easier to just, you know, sit down and work for 30 minutes than to like set up a camera. You gotta figure out, oh, what am I gonna record? What is blah blah blah. Well, we might get there one day, but for now we are stuck with me. Something also came up that halted my development a little bit. I'm not quite sure what it was, but it just kind of like, you know, hindered me. It made me not want to program as much. Yeah, I don't know. But then I got back into working with the game again, and we've done some more stuff actually. Believe it or not. After we were done with the slow-mo and implementing that, my next step, as I said in the previous devlog, was to add the attacks, smack smack, and the hit stopping, because all that slow-mo was done so we could actually get that hit stop in. So I started working with that. First we got the swooshes in, and after we got the swooshes in, it just kept going forever. Because yeah, that's... But then I made it so I could actually stop between attacks. And I also added movement in. You see how it steps? He moves forward each attack. Yeah, that's cool. I talked about in the previous episode that I actually added hurt boxes and attack boxes, but you know, there was nothing to attack, so they weren't really utilized or shown. But they're there, and I got them working, and then I made it so the sword spawns attack boxes when it attacks, you know, because that would be good to, you know, hurt things. And since, you know, you can attack stuff now, I made it so you could actually cut the grass, so that's cool. Wow. And then we made this amazing looking square, gave him some knockback, added some hit stuns, because, you know, I implemented that, so why not utilize it? And then we got this. Would you look at that? So I got attacking in, and it's pretty cool, you know, but I'll add some more stuff. Like I want to have a different animation from when you're in the air. I also want to have some down thrust attacks, some charge up attacks. You know, I want to flesh out the combat a bit, but it's, you know, it's bare bone. We got something which we can work from, and I think it looks pretty cool, to be honest. I've been learning about shaders, and I haven't shown anything off because just random shit. But I've done some like screen warps, like, you know, CRT looking like fisheye lens stuff, and some color swapping, stuff like that. My plan is to have different clothing and shoes on lock. If you remember way back in my early devlogs, if anyone has seen them, don't watch them, they're terrible. But if you've seen them, I think I showed off like some shoe boxes and some collectibles for it. The plan is that, you know, you're gonna unlock different shoes and you'll be able to customize and select different shoes that'll change the color of the character. And then I'm thinking that when you've unlocked a certain amount of shoes, you're gonna unlock a new combo of hoodie and jacket. So I've written a shader that will allow me to just color swap the character sprite, because that's a lot easier than just making a 10,000 different sprite sheets with different colors. So I have a shader in, and check this out. So this is just for showcase, but I can switch the palette on the player and fade between them. So maybe that'll be useful if I wanna like add a, I don't know, it's cool. I've always liked those like circle exit cartoon styled entrance and exits, you know, video games and like cartoons. I think it's cool, like with the circle. I wanted to do that, so I figured out how to do it. I used a web-based thing called Shader Toy, which allows you to edit the shader and see the results in real time, which was really helpful. So I wouldn't have to recompile it every time I wanted to change this shader, because there was a lot of trial and error to get that cartoonish thing to actually work. And then I added some warp zones, like warp triggers, so I can move between rooms. That was pretty easy. So I added that, and then we added in some circle exits too. So now we got that combo. And whenever you hit a warp zone, well, that will move you to a different room, it'll like lock the player into moving in that direction. It triggers a super tiny cutscene that ends when you leave the room. So I utilize my cutscene system there under the hood, pretty fun. As you can see, when we enter the room, there's a cat. Would you look at that? So I made the cat sprite way back, like 2 years ago, but now I've implemented it into the game. Wow. I've also made a pretty robust interaction system, which will allow me to pet the cat. And if you hold down the interaction key like this, you will pet it infinitely, which is pretty cool. I can add interaction zones and interaction triggers really easy to anything. So you can pet the rock, because that's fucking cool. So Candlehead now features a pet rock. Don't know what I'll do with it. I also improved traversal a bit. Previously, whenever you landed on a ledge, like tried to grab a ledge, you would have to land on it and like latch and hang and then jump up. But what I've done now is just that you can just like jump and it'll automatically just vault up the ledge. So it's a lot smoother than it was previously, which is, you know, pretty cool. Did I do anything more? I also did this double jump animation, which I'll be working on for the next one. So that'll be fun. Just adding some more movement options. I think that's it for this devlog. If you enjoy the content, you know what to do. You can follow me on Twitter. I post stuff there, you know, it's pretty cool. Other than that, I hope to see you in another video, and goodbye.